This week on The Splash, we visit a special ribbon-cutting event. Then we get some laughs for a good cause. And later, we explore how locals are stopping hunger. The Splash is a production of Civic Center TV. We're a news magazine that covers everything from local news to feature stories, all so that we can bring you the latest from the greater West Bloomfield area. And now, let's dive into The Splash. Welcome to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin, and as always, thank you for joining us. Grand openings are enjoyable for many reasons. Recently, we attended one company's special day. Reporter Samana Sheikh has the story.
Hi, everyone. This is Samana Sheikh reporting for The Splash. Perseverance tends to lead to greater things. Here in Keego Harbor, perseverance led to Magnolia by the Lakes ribbon-cutting ceremony.
I started this project 10 years ago. And my goal was to have Magnolia on the lake, on the water, facing west, and having beautiful sunsets. And the only place in Oakland County that you could find with all the criteria that I wanted was Cass Lake.
The entire county is excited to be here for Dr. Bagney's dream to come true.
Not too long ago, I was actually on the Planning Commission when Dr. Bagney presented this dream that's ultimately now a reality, and this is a celebration of what I believe is going to be, an economic development catalyst for the future of Keego Harbor.
It's a whole new world inside those doors, and it was a lot of imagination on Dr. Bagney's part, and she funded it herself. That's how committed she is, and so I wish her huge success here.
After all the hard work, the senior care facility is now open for check-in.
Coming here is a new experience for me. A little apprehensive at first, but it's such a beautiful place. Why would I not be happy here? And it's just very, very nice. I recommend it to everybody.
From Keego Harbor, this is Samana Sheikh reporting for The Splash.
To find out even more about the ribbon cutting, visit civiccentertv.com/Magnolia Ribbon Cutting. Supporting our local law enforcement can have a powerful influence, not only on their morale, but also when it comes time for them to help out a family in need. To facilitate the community getting involved, a special event took place in our area. Reporter Andrea Petrus has more details.
This year's annual fundraiser for the West Bloomfield Police Foundation was a rousing success. Comedy for a Cause saw comedian and state trooper Dwayne Gill take the stage, bringing laughs to the sold-out crowd.
No stolen cars, armed robbery, murder. No, my first investigation, stolen John Deere tractor. And some of y'all think it's funny, you should have seen the farmer when I asked him, what color is it?
I'm really excited to be able to be the first comedian that they've ever had at their event, and hopefully they'll bring more, because laughter is wonderful for the soul, and it's also great to raise money and have a good time.
I'm a child of the 70s. You know, like when your parents used to threaten you and would say, we're going to send you to military school. Mine did. Okay?
The West Bloomfield Police Foundation came into existence in 2001 with the idea is that someday we may need money if one of our officers gets hurt or killed. And unfortunately in 2012, Sergeant Pat O'Rourke did get killed in the line of duty, and we were able to help his family financially. And as we moved past that, we raised so much money with the community's support that we started to do community outreach. And the money we raised tonight is going to be for community outreach, whether it's Blessings in a Backpack or Special Olympics or other nonprofit groups in the community. This year, we've sold out. We've already raised $26,000 before the event. We have 47 different sponsors that came forward for tonight, so we couldn't be happier with all the negativity towards law enforcement and the media. It's just great to see that the community come out and support us.
I think this is fantastic. Anything that supports the local police department, West Bloomfield especially, because I live in the township, but anything that supports law enforcement, I'm all for it.
The event brought out Mojo from 95.5, comedian Nate Armbruster, and West Bloomfield's own fire chief, Greg Flynn, to host the live auction.
725 sold in the back for 725.
Some auction items were a guitar with music lessons and a ride to school in a fire truck with breakfast at the firehouse.
We're going to have pancakes and whatever gluten-free thing your kid has. We're going to do that as well. And we're going to roll out of the house. Kids in the front seat. We're going to put the headset on for ear protection. makes you, oh, I want to talk to you over the headset, radio, and you're what? We'll let them key up the microphone. We'll just make sure Chief Patton's somewhere else and can't listen to the radio, which I don't know where that's going to be because I think he always has his on.
If you missed out this year and would like to contribute, you can still make a tax-deductible donation at wbpolicefoundation.org. Reporting for The Splash, I'm Andrea Petrus.
If you would like to see more of the fun and laughter from this event, you can visit civiccentertv.com/comedyforacause2017. Still to come, we take an inside look at Blessings in a Backpack and a new episode of Sidewalk Talk.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV. And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm your host, Sheena Monnin. Civic Center TV recently received several awards at the Philo Festival of Media Arts, including awards for magazine shows and newscasts for The Splash, placing as a finalist in the entertainment category for The Biz, and receiving the George C. Stoney Community Activism Award for the 2016 United We Walk celebration broadcast. Congratulations to everyone involved in creating these productions, and thank you for supporting us here at Civic Center TV. Helping people who may go hungry is a specialty of one very unique nonprofit. Ryan Younglove has the story.
Blessings in a Backpack is a program that focuses on feeding over 270 students from the West Bloomfield elementary schools every weekend. Blessings in a Backpack uses money and food items donated by the community to send every child that qualifies for free or reduced lunch home with 6 meals to eat every weekend. $100 in donations can feed a child for 40 weekends during the school year. Every Wednesday, volunteers take time out of their normal schedules to meet at Abbott Middle School and help provide sustenance to children of the West Bloomfield School District out of the goodness of their hearts. By continuing this program with the help of community and volunteers, this ensures that no child in the greater West Bloomfield has to worry about going hungry. This is Ryan Younglove, reporting for The Splash.
If you'd like to get involved, you can find out how by visiting civiccentertv.com/WBBlessings. Now it's time for another episode of Sidewalk Talk, where Samana Sheikh spoke to Greater West Bloomfield residents about the very best thing that has happened to them this year.
I almost won the lotto. I only missed it by 4 numbers. West Bloomfield, what's the best thing that has happened to you this year?
Daughter's a senior this year, so she's going to be going to college next year, and best thing is going to check out all the different colleges.
That's amazing. Has she gone to any so far?
Oh, yeah. She's been out to Michigan State, Grand Valley, Saginaw Valley, Colorado, so we've been to a few.
The best thing that happened to me this year is getting closer to my friend Lexi. I love her so much, and I'm just happy to be with her.
That is the sweetest thing.
Thank you.
The best thing that's happened to me, I guess getting accepted into Oakland University would be probably up there. Yeah, I'd say that's it.
You're going to OU?
Yeah, yep.
I go there right now, and I work for undergraduate admissions.
No way.
My son being an all-A student, I think that's a great thing.
That's such a sweet thing to say as a parent, too.
Yeah, he's an advanced student, so that's good. He's a 3-season athlete and an all-A student, so that's a good thing.
My grandson was born.
That's so sweet.
I got to go to like 9 different colleges because my son got 9 offers, so I'm excited about that. Yeah, he's doing really great with football. He's a linebacker.
The best thing that's happened to me so far this year, I would say I got a promotion earlier this year.
So what is the best thing that has happened to you this year?
Getting to watch my kids succeed in the things they're doing. My son is succeeding at Michigan State, and my daughter played in a national softball tournament in Peoria, Illinois. So to be able to watch that was great.
My kids are healthy.
That is so sweet. How old are your kids?
19 and 15.
I'm still alive.
That's amazing that you're still alive and you're talking to me right now.
Yes, and my health is good. That's probably the best thing. And I have beautiful kids.
Yeah, if I become famous. Yeah, that would be awesome.
You're finally famous, as Big Sean would say.
Yeah, I love him, so it works. Yeah.
Some amazing answers there, West Bloomfield. Join us again next week for another episode of Sidewalk Talk.
If you'd like to see some of our other fun and interesting questions on the show, you can do so anytime and anywhere by visiting our website at civiccentertv.com/sidewalktalk. And now it's time for our Civic Center event update, where we provide you with all the latest that's happening around Greater West Bloomfield. And if you'd like to stay up to date on all of the following current events yourself, you can visit civiccentertv.com/events. Let's get started. The Southeast Michigan Council of Governments is running a regional survey seeking input from Southeast Michigan residents to help develop a long-range transportation plan for the region. The results of this survey will help form the 2045 Regional Transportation Plan for Southeast Michigan, leading billions of dollars of investments in our area's transportation infrastructure and operations. To take the survey, please visit simcog.org/RTP. Solicitors will be canvassing in West Bloomfield over the next several weeks. Comcast is canvassing now through November 10th, on Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Aptive Environmental is also canvassing now through November 24th, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Please be advised that these solicitors are approved to be canvassing in the area. For more information, please contact the West Bloomfield Clerk's Office at 248-451-4848. On October 25th from 10 to 10:30 a.m. and again from 11 until 11:30 a.m., join in on the fun at the West Bloomfield Public Library for Tot Spot, a win-win event for both parents and their children. Watch as your child learns to develop a love for reading through an interactive story time. Finger plays, music, movement, and hands-on activities encourage cognitive development as well as social, sensory, motor, and even math skills. Register now for this free event by visiting wblib.org. In honor of the 500th anniversary of the Protestant Reformation, Orchard Lake Community Church will have a series of 6 guest lecturers on the topic of Reformation, exploring a movement that changed the world. Learn more about the Christian Reformation and its impact on the world 500 years after Martin Luther started it all. This event is taking place on October 26th at Orchard Lake Community Church from 7:15 p.m. until 8:30 p.m. There is no charge to attend. It's Monster Mash time at the Orchard Mall on October 27th from 7 till 9 p.m. Join in on this kid-friendly annual event. There will be monsters of all shapes and sizes, as well as fun activities for all the kids. Tickets are $5 per person, and proceeds go to benefit the Detroit Dog Rescue. For more information and to purchase your tickets, visit orchardmallwb.com. Looking to expand your family by adding a furry 4-legged friend? On October 28th from noon until 3 p.m., you can stop by the Orchard Mall and do just that. The Detroit Dog Rescue is having an adoption day for prospective adopters. They specialize in placing abandoned, neglected, and misplaced dogs from the Detroit area. They will be bringing some of their adoptable dogs with them to the event for you to meet. For more details, call 313-458-8014. Story Stretchers is happening at the West Bloomfield Public Library. On October 31st from 10 until 10:30 a.m., bring your child to this fun event appropriate for ages birth until 5 years old. Your child can learn new information in a hands-on environment while building skills that will help them in the future. During story time, each child will not only listen but be able to interact. A craft activity is also part of the program. This event is free and no registration is required. To find out more, visit wblib.org. The West Bloomfield High School Theater is presenting the play Our Town from November 2nd until November 4th at the West Bloomfield High School Theater. The show will be held at 7 p.m. on November 2nd and at 7:30 p.m. on November 3rd and 4th. You will need to purchase tickets to secure your spot for this talented group of local actors and behind-the-scenes budding experts. For more information, visit wbsd.org. And that's all for now. However, if you're looking to find even more events going on in your neighborhood, then be sure to follow us at civiccentertv.com/events and look up our events calendar, or watch us here for more information on everything going on in the greater West Bloomfield area. As we head into the break, stay tuned because afterwards I'll be talking with Dave DeBoer, West Bloomfield Deputy Fire Marshal.
Don't go away. You're watching The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Civic Center TV is your home for everything Greater West Bloomfield. Here you can tune into community programming such as our weekly news magazine show, The Splash, as well as coverage of local events and meetings in Keego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, and West Bloomfield. You can also watch all of your local programming online anytime at civiccentertv.com. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
Civic Center TV has gone social. Now it's easier than ever to watch, save, like, and share our videos online. See what's happening in your neighborhood, on the streets, and on the web at civiccentertv.com. Be a part of the conversation and get involved. We would love to hear from you. For links to our social media pages, visit us at our website or find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Civic Center TV, television that's close to home.
And now, back to The Splash on Civic Center TV.
Welcome back to The Splash. I'm Sheena Monnin, and joining me on the show this week is Dave DeBoer, West Bloomfield Deputy Fire Marshal. Dave, thanks so much for stopping by and being ready to give us some tips and tricks on how we can stay safe. Now, one of the biggest issues that most of us find is the transition between seasons, understanding what it means to be safe, and what are some common things that we should be on alert for as we finally move out of summer and into fall.
You're right. It is a changing time of the year, and there are some safety issues that come with that. Obviously, as we start to heat for the season, we'll get calls in the fire department for odors in the building because of heating appliances that haven't been turned on all year, and they'll burn off a little bit of dust, and we'll get those strange odors. So we'll do a handful of calls like that. So that if people haven't had their heating equipment serviced, we'll have some calls. Fireplaces can be a big one, and they should be serviced and looked into before you start that heating season, and make sure they've been cleaned out so we don't have chimney fires. We'll have a handful of chimney fires as the season gets going. And another one that people don't think much about is the vehicles. If you warm your vehicle up, move it outside, because if you warm it up in the garage, even with the door open, that carbon monoxide that car produces is going to get into your house and could affect you or your pets or your family. And so we want to remind people that move those vehicles out and let them warm up if you're going to do that.
Yeah, what about things like candles or open fires? Do you get any calls about that as well?
We do. We'll have a handful of candle fires with the holidays coming, and some of the holiday candles that people have, or just candles in general for that warmth or atmosphere or the smell of them that people want in the house at this time of year. And being safe with those and having them on something that's not going to burn, and having them in a safe way that they're not going to tip over, that pets can't tip them over. That's a big one we don't think about. We think the kids, we could keep the kids safe, but the pets will get in there too, and they'll start a fire. We've seen a few of those through the years. But
yeah, those are some really common issues for sure. Now, let's just break those down really quick. What about heating? How can we make sure that we are not going to create an issue for ourselves and our families?
Hopefully we've serviced all our heating equipment,
okay,
and it's going to be safe. And we know the rules for burning in our fireplaces. A lot of fireplaces are prefab. And prefabs come with a different rule than the old ones we used to think of 30, 40 years ago that were all cement or stone. Prefab ones, a lot of them will tell you in the directions that they can only use that for 3 or 4 hours at a time. To use it longer than that, it's not safe, and it'll get outside the firebox or overheat that firebox and spread to the wood construction around it. So we do see fires.
That does sound very dangerous.
So
I
we
had
don't
no
want to have
clue.
that happen. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. What about open burning? Is that even allowed?
It's not allowed in West Bloomfield. By ordinance, it is not allowed. There was a big debate about a year ago on changing some of that, making some new rules, and in that debate process, they chose to stick with the rule that there is no open burning in West Bloomfield. So we'll see a lot of that this time of year because people just don't understand. So we want to get that message out that no open burning, no permits, it just won't happen.
Now, what about for religious services? If they're going to use candles, we do have the holidays coming up. Are there some basic tips that they can follow just to make sure the worst case scenario does not happen?
Yeah, we certainly don't want that to happen, especially during a religious event. The biggest thing is having some basic safety rules and reminding people to keep it away from clothing, away from hair, away from other people. Watch the kids. A lot of people will have their kids as part of that process, and we want to encourage that, and we do that in our church, but we want to make sure that somebody's watching that flame because that flame can get away from you awful fast nowadays. So.
Is it too much to have some sort of an extinguisher nearby, or would that just be a smart move?
No, it'd just be smart to know, or at least have, if there's ushers that are there in the building or somebody else standing by with something just in case something goes wrong. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even thinking about the Halloween pumpkins and things like that, there's all kinds of opportunities for things to go wrong, for sure. So when it comes to our vehicles, is there any tip or trick other than just don't heat them inside an enclosed area?
You don't want to heat them inside, and you want to be careful as the season changes to winter and we get the snow. If you get stuck, and we see it every year where somebody in the area will get stuck in a snowdrift or something, and they'll keep their car in to get warm. What they don't think about is that snow packed around that exhaust, and it could be pushing that carbon monoxide back into the vehicle, and they could get sick or die. Or even sitting around keeping that vehicle warm, you could draw on some carbon monoxide and have issues. So we want to be careful with that.
So that's something we can think about outdoors. Is there anything indoors when the snow starts to come that we can think about as far as safety goes?
We want to remind people that space heaters, if you're going to use a space heater, one, keep it 3 feet away from anything so it doesn't light combustibles on fire in your home. Two, know the manufacturer's directions, know what they say, and know that it's tested by a nationally known laboratory, like a UL listed. It'll be on the plug. Most space heaters have to be plugged directly into an outlet. You can't run them on extension cords, and that's where we typically see failures, is people have them on an extension cord. That draws more power through that cord and causes restriction, and then somebody covers a cord up with a rug, the cord overheats. Same with our holiday lights and stuff, or Christmas tree lights or other lights that are used for decorations. The last 2 years in a row, we've had major house fires, and it was overloaded circuits from too many strands of lights, and it overloaded and caught the Christmas decorations on fire.
Yes, and we don't want any of these holidays to be ruined, so thank you so much for stopping by and giving us some really simple hands-on ways that we can keep ourselves safe. We appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you for the invite.
And once again, everyone, we've been talking to Dave DeBoer, West Bloomfield Deputy Fire Marshal. Now let's head over to another of our recurring segments called The Biz, where we take a look at one of our local businesses.
Eating well. Exercise. What most agree are two huge keys to living a healthy life. While the latter takes a lot of work, the former just takes making better choices. In this edition of The Biz, we visit Metro Detroit's newest Freshie location right here in West Bloomfield, where making those better eating choices is made a whole lot easier.
I like to think that we're different because we have a wider range of dishes to offer guests: burritos, wraps, salads, bowls, raw juices that we make fresh every morning. We have smoothies. We have soups as well. We also can cater to any dietary need and or taste.
The possibilities of eating well are right in front of all of us, but why does actually doing it seem so daunting?
So what makes healthy eating difficult is, obviously, to me the biggest thing is the cost, and there's a big misconception that healthy food is uberly expensive, which isn't the case. Our average ticket here is between $8 to $10.
I think it's difficult. Again, this is from personal experience as well as guests that we've talked to. they just get sick of what they're eating. They think that all there is salads and raw veggies and similar items. But we feel Freshie exclusively can offer a wide range of healthy items.
And already, local workers and residents are welcoming Freshie to the area in search of those healthier options.
I'm on my lunch break, and instead of getting the usual burger and fries and then feel too stuffed and not energized at work afterwards, I decided to go for something a little more refreshing. I work really hard. I'm busy all the time, so it's hard to, eat healthy. So places like this make it much easier.
West Bloomfield is a township full of hard-working individuals, and added to that list is Freshie Manager of Operations Daniel Dietrich, who served 2 tours of duty for the Army in Afghanistan.
I just think, the adversities that I faced in the Army, as well as, the self-development that I went through, it just made me who I am today, and I think, running this store and the management aspect, especially the personnel, it just kind of comes natural to me.
And it's Daniel's belief that a healthy eating regimen would even further enhance our military.
What I think it would do is, we're actually evaluated on a thing called the Army Physical Fitness Test, and I think it would dramatically raise the standards of our physical fitness in the armed forces.
For Civic Center TV, I'm Lawrence Nyland.
For more episodes featuring local businesses, visit civiccentertv.com/thebiz. Now it's time for our final segment on The Splash called Person of the Week, where we recognize those within the community who are either inspiring or providing toward others. And this week's recipient is Jim Bugg, a community coordinator for groups at Spirit of Grace Lutheran Church in West Bloomfield. Jim Bugg donates his time to Spirit of Grace Lutheran Church to help lead events that bring not only churchgoers, but the entire community together. He has been one of the great leaders and champions of community groups such as the Spirit of Grace Church's Cover Girls group, which helps donate quilts to areas of need across the world. Jim is also known for helping organize Spirit of Grace's Delightful Yoga class to help seniors keep healthy and happy, and the church's free community picnic, an opportunity to bring the people of the entire greater West Bloomfield area and beyond come together to build relationships, foster community, and enjoy a moment away from the troubles of the world. Jim's kind, warm personality and bright outlook on the world helps bring joy, grace, and happiness to everyone that knows him, which is why he is our Person of the Week. And if you happen to know someone who is providing a service to their community, then let us know by sending an email to thesplash@civiccentertv.com. We want to congratulate those who are making a difference in our area, and we appreciate all of your suggestions. And that's going to do it for us this week, but remember, you can watch new episodes of The Splash every Monday or throughout the week for replays. You can also watch every episode online at civiccentertv.com. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook under Civic Center TV 15, YouTube at Civic Center TV 15, and on Twitter at Civic Center TV for more information. For all our friends in Sylvan Lake, Orchard Lake, Keego Harbor, and West Bloomfield, I'm Sheena Monnin. Thank you for watching The Splash.